Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to create a hyperlink from one document to another. So when you're creating hyperlinks in InDesign, what you want to do is think backwards. Think from the destination of the hyperlink, where you want the hyperlink to take you, back to the origin of the hyperlink, or where you want to start out at. So the first thing you have to do is set the destination. So my text here, offset cancel next waypoint, is something I want to link to in a different document. So the first thing I want to do is open up the destination, or where I want to go to. And like I said, in this case it's a different document, so I'm going to go to that document, my book menu here, and I know it's in section 12 in this particular book. And so I'm going to open up section 12, and it is actually on the next page right here. So offset cancel next waypoint, that's where I want the hyperlink to take me to. Now you have a choice. You have a few choices as far as what to make the hypertext or what to link for the hyperlink, that being the text or other components. I usually use link it to the text. So in this case, I'm going to highlight the text because this is where I want to get linked to. I'm going to go to my hyperlinks button here on the right side, click it, and in the drop-down menu, drop down, and there is going to be a selection called New Hyperlink Destination. So I'm going to click that to set the hyperlink. And here's what I'm talking about. The type of hyperlink, it's going to be text anchor. It could be page or URL. In this case, we're going to leave it as text anchor. And the name will preset to whatever text you highlighted. In this case, offset and cancel next waypoint. That's good. That's the way I want it. So I'm going to hit OK. And now this text has been designated as a destination. You can link it. You can link more than one hyperlink to this destination. In any case, so once you do that, let's go back now to our originating document. And so here is the text, offset cancel next waypoint. I'd like to make that a link. So what I do now is I highlight that text that I want to make a link. I right click on it, and I'm going to select hyperlinks and new hyperlink. Now there's another selection for new hyperlink for URL. We're going to do that, just new hyperlink. So new hyperlink, and here it'll still default to link to URL. We need to drop that, and we need to change that to text anchor. And now that that's changed to text anchor, we need to tell it which document we want to link to. So obviously we linked it to a different document, so we're going to drop that down and select the document. And in our case, it was section 12. And the reason, once you make a hyperlink destination, it'll pull it up right away right here. There's more than one, but for whatever reason, it'll pull up the most recent one. I don't know if that's because the document's currently open or what, but either way, that's where I want to go. So I'm going to click that and drop down the text anchor. So there's a bunch of, as you can see, bunch of anchors, bunch of destinations already set for that section. And you're going to need to go look for yours. So let's look for ours. And there it is, offset cancel next waypoint, the one I just created. So I'm going to click on that. And here it'll ask you, kind of the style of the hyperlink and all that other stuff. But we already have that set up via the editor or whoever sets up the book. So we'll just leave that as it is and click OK, and you'll see the underline. In our case, it's set up to underline, and now that has become a hyperlink. The next thing I always do is go up and save right after I do that. I save it in this document, and I'll go back to the destination document. I'll save it here as well. So this will save all the characteristics of the hyperlink. So the last thing we want to do now, once you create a hyperlink, is you want to be able to track it, because a lot of times once the book comes up for rev in the next pilot guide revision, these links could get broken, and if a different pilot writer is working on it, he's not going to know, for example, where this hyperlink is supposed to take you, or if it's linking you to the wrong section. This can especially happen if one of the books, like in this case, we linked it to the different documents in the pilot guide. The pilot guide gets revved, or if, let's just say, a section that you link to, like in this case, we linked to this table right here. If this table gets deleted for whatever reason due to a rev or changed, as long as this text gets deleted or something happens to it, again, we'll lose that link. So we create a list, a spreadsheet to help us keep track of the hyperlinks. In this case, hyperlink locations, and it's just a simple Excel spreadsheet. And as long as you log in a hyperlink every time you create one, we shouldn't run into that problem, because we can come back to this and for example, if a hyperlink was created in a previous pub and it's not working now in a subsequent pub, we can come back and say, oh, that hyperlink was created for pub number, let's just say rev number 2, and we're now in rev 5. So the only way we can track back to find out what that hyperlink was linking to is go pull up rev 2, and then we'll be able to find the link. So in this case, it's a functional description rev 0. The hyperlink name in our case is offset cancel next waypoint. So I'll put that in here. Offset cancel next waypoint, and the hyperlink location. So for the location, what we do, since you can't put a page number, because those are always changing, it's very fluid in InDesign, we will link it to the section. And in this case, mine was creating an offset course section 10.3, creating an offset. You don't even want to put the number in there, because that could change as well. So this is a very fluid thing. But again, for me, it's going to be creating an offset course, which that works. So now the hyperlink destination, that's where I linked it to, the destination. And the pub name in this case, it was the Pilatus, the pilot guide. So whatever, I'll put that for now. And then the D number of the pilot guide, which I don't recall, but whatever the number is. And then this is the most important part, the rev 5. And then the hyperlink destination, again, a description other than a page number. And in this case, FMS INAV messages, that's what I'll put in there. And any pilot guide writer should be able to find this. Maybe even section 12 in this case, FMS INAV messages. So this, at least if a link gets broken, or you're in a subsequent rev and the broken link and they have no idea what it was supposed to link to, now they'll come back, they're like, oh, we need to go to rev 5, it's linked to section 12 FMS INAV messages, and find that and somehow go back and fix your hyperlink. So there you go. That is our procedure of creating hyperlinks in InDesign.